Greetings. Hi,
Oh,
Hi, Yasmin. We're gonna give
hey.
it a few minutes to see if more people show up. If not, we
Okay.
gonna start it because I want to be done before 8 if possible. I don't want to keep y'all on too long. So
Awesome.
give
I
me
will
about
be here.
let's give it about 3 or 4 minutes to see if people
Okay.
show up. I'm gonna share a video real quick. Let me see if this will work. Let me go to where is it? Oh, I need to share my sound. Let's see, down here and share my sound. Those are also long. Oh, this one doesn't have sound.
I think there's a when you share it, there should be an option for you to share it with the sound, I think.
Okay. I will try again. Let me see. I think that one probably didn't have sound. So I'm just going to get this one started. And I want to welcome whoever just came into the room. Welcome. We'll start. We'll give it to
I'm putting work in till they close the curtain. Gon' go berserk then, giving them a hurtin'. Putting work in till they close the curtain. Gon' go berserk then, giving them a hurtin'.
Can y'all hear it?
Putting work in
Yeah,
till they
hear
close the curtain.
Okay.
Gon' go berserk then, giving them a hurtin'. I'm from the seed of blackness. Check out the lean in my stature. I'm certified seen with bananas.
We got somebody else. It's Regina.
From the temples to the ghetto slums, get them in ratchet. I'm a trailblazer.
We are in extraordinary times.
Hi, Regina. Welcome.
Students will have the challenge of having to deal with a wide variety of complex
One more
and
minute and then we'll
pressing
start.
problems that affect the entire world, such as environmental degradation, a multitude of diseases, wars, inequality, crime, and the list gets longer each passing day. They also have to possess the fortitude to resist the temptations of unhealthy habits. Community, families, and schools play a vital role in preparing children for the world. And so it is imperative that our schools are designed to promote and develop higher levels of thinking.
Okay. And I am going to go ahead and get started. And I'm recording, so I will share with people who have not made it. I just don't want to keep you all on here for too long, but I want to say welcome to my first parent orientation. Last year, I didn't get a chance to do it because I started homeschooling again out of a necessity and a need from the community. And I enjoyed it so much that I wanted to continue it and expand it. So that's what we're going to do this year. I've been working really hard to prepare in between my vacations because last year was a very challenging year. So I'm going to share my presentation with you all and hopefully, no, that's not it. We can go from there. Yeah, I think this, let me find it first and then I will share it. Right. Maybe if I just share my screen. There it goes. Okay. All righty. Okay. I want to tell you both about the homeschooling program in general and some of the other programming I'll be offering for the community that you could do a la carte, or I think this is it. Present it. Move this out the way. Okay, let me know if you can see it in the, yep, can everyone see the presentation? You can put it in the chat, you can put a thumbs up or something if you don't want to talk.
Yes.
All right, great. Okay, so welcome to GOREE Learning Center. Our goal is to provide Afrocentric academic alternatives and liberation education. This beautiful image with the children, the tree, the light bulb for innovation, the Ankh and the Wajet in Africa, and my teacher assistant who I had, Zanai. So I don't know if Zanai will get on and show her face a little bit later, but she's a wonderful student artist. I had her in the Children Shall Lead Them a number of years ago, and her mom allowed her to come and help me this previous school year. So I'm gonna just stop my video so things will work a little bit better. I love this symbol because it kind of really signifies, this logo that she created signifies what we really want to do with GOREE. Is African-centered learning. And our goal is to create students who are innovative and creative and critical thinkers. Let's see, how do I make this go to the next? There we go. So this is just one of the programs for GOREE Learning Center. We have a number of programs, but one of them is our Genius Awakening Homeschooling Academy. And the students can call me either Seba, that's another name for teacher. Mwalimu, that's Seba is a Kemetic or Medu Neter name for teacher. Mwalimu is an Kiswahili name, or just Sister Roni, okay? Let me see if this will work. Okay. So our goal is to provide for the educational, artistic, nutritional, and social needs of our children in the community, and to assist them in developing a psychology of success and a healthy lifestyle. And we want to do that by providing hands-on, minds-on, research-driven, culturally relevant instruction that awakens the natural genius for African-American children. We find that there's a number of problems in the school system in our community, and a lot of it is related to issues of the educational process. And when you're in school and you are not taught from a framework that highlights the contributions that your people and your community have made, and when the education is not really relevant and you don't see it as being relevant to what you experience at home or in your community, we get a lot of disinterested students who lose enthusiasm for learning. So GOREE Learning Center is an Afrocentric, community-based, family-oriented educational center. And our goal is to provide holistic education, resources, and empowering programs. The way that we are different is that we are created, designed, and funded for by the African-American community. That is our goal, that we want it to be funded by our families, in the community, whoever makes donations and contributes to what we're doing. So that way we can really do what we want. We want to create all sets, which is African University Culture, Science, Engineering, Technology schools with morality and applied sciences. And we want it to be holistic and specific to our needs due to our unique learning style. We want an education that addresses the needs of the entire family, which includes health and wellness and financial literacy, entrepreneurship, and of course the science and the technology, because currently we are being attacked scientifically and through technology, but we have no counter to that. So one of the things I wanted to say is we're focusing on students ages 6 to 14, but I teach all grade levels. I'm certified to teach K through 12. And so I will talk a little bit more about that a little bit. But as a parent, when you enroll them for the homeschooling program, you'll be responsible as the first and most important teacher. If you have a high school diploma, you are qualified to homeschool your child. And I will serve as a supplement, help with the paperwork, and create a curriculum plan, which will be an individual education plan specifically designed for your child. Okay, I'll use a number of materials, including from Kamali Academy, which I'll share that list with you all later. So I wanted to go into, the African concept of education. And I'll read this a little bit. If anybody wants to read for me, please feel free and unmute your mic. So I'll start it off. The earliest documented system of education had its genesis in the Nile Valley of Africa. Their system of education produced a people, a society, buildings, structures, monuments, and a high science whose sophistication has yet to be fully understood or surpassed. This is not just something that African Americans who love ancient Kemet are proud of and talk about to make ourselves feel good. This is actual historical fact. Both European and non-European and African research have proven that Kemet has produced and given so much to what we know as civilization. The reason why we focus on Kemet is because it left so much documentation and monuments for us to study. So there's been many other African cultures or indigenous first world people cultures, but we got a lot of information from Kemet. So in addition, the result of their system of education leads to origins, innovations, and expertise in reading and writing, language, literature, agriculture, and astronomy, and architecture, and engineering, and mathematics, medicine. All of those, we laid the foundation for what exists now. This place was called Kemet, and is today referred to as Egypt. And Kemet was nourished and nurtured significantly, both culturally and spiritually, by its neighbor to the south, which is Nubia. Not only Nubia, but south, all of Africa below the north. So Southern Africa contributed to Kemet as well. It is in the Nile Valley of Africa that we encounter one of the first terms relative to teaching and learning, and it is the word Seba. Seba in the language of Medu Neter means door or star or teaching, okay? It is in the construction and connotation of this word that we find the ancient African philosophy of education, and it is this: the teacher opens the door to the universe that the student may shine like a star. And that is my goal, to open up our students' minds to the infinite power that they possess, and just the fact that knowledge is available for them to learn and to add unto. We have certain values that we uphold because we are really wanting to focus on character development and character development, morality, ethics, and our African way of doing and being. We live in a culture that is contrary to our own natural way. And so a lot of those things we have picked up. So we want to teach our children how to honor certain truths. So we deal with the principles of Ma'at, we deal with Nguzu Saba, we integrate that into the classroom, into our teaching and learning. And we believe that children and the potential that they possess is infinite, especially if we invest in them. This is one of our, daily we do a unity circle to reinforce values, positive beliefs, and affirmations. So this comes from Kamali, and we really enjoy this pledge because it's very empowering, and it reminds our students that they are a part of a legacy, they are part of a lineage of greatness, and that what they do affects future generations as well. We believe in these principles. So I wanted to see if anyone would volunteer and read truth for me. Read the bulletproof on the truth.
I will.
Thank you.
Truth. I will always seek to know what is correct, and I will not lie or speak falsely of my family or my people.
That is one of the values that we will emphasize and teach our youth. They will memorize this. Anybody else want to add on, or Destiny, you can keep on going?
I'll keep going until somebody says they want to jump in. Justice. Yes. I will always be fair in what I do, and I will not cheat myself, my family, or my people. Righteousness. I will always be correct in what I do, and I will not allow others to influence me to do wrong to myself, my family, or my people. Order. I will respect the natural order of the universe, and I will not separate. Sorry, my screen jumped. I will not separate myself from that which gives order to myself, my people, my family, or my people.
Excellent.
Balance. I will strive to understand and respect the need to be complementary, and I will not be in conflict with myself, my family, or my people. Harmony. I will always be in rhythm with what is good, and I will never be in opposition to what is good for me, my family, or my people. Reciprocity. I will always strive to do the proper thing at the right time, and I will not bring shame to myself, my family, or my people.
You know, the value of cultural reclamation is by reclaiming and reaffirming our own cultural essence and integrity, we are able to draw upon a source of energy that ignites and enhances our spiritual, mental, and physical well-being. And in doing so, we guarantee our human liberation, enlightenment, and ongoing development. So we definitely focus on African values and belief systems. Of course, these are you know, these 7 principles come from the 42 Tepra, or the 42 laws of Ma'at, which many of those laws you might find in your Bible or in other books. But we had, you know, a lot of laws to help guide human relationships and behavior. So if your student is coming to our classes physically, we want to think of health, and this will develop. This is just, I just wrote down a few things, but I'm going to develop this a little bit more. But health and safety protocols due to COVID-19, we'll think about these precautions here. So when students come to my home, which is, I call it the house of books, because that's definitely what it is, a house of books and a house of learning. They will remove their shoes, so they'll need like socks or, you know, some house shoes are fine. We will chart their temperature every day upon entering, and wash hands with soap and water. Daily, I would suggest that they eat healthy and take immune building tonics such as black seed oil or elderberry or garlic, ginger, lemon, honey, which is a combination you can make. And there's many other immune boosting tonics. I'll share more information with families about that. If your child has the symptoms, you know, just keep them home. They can log in online, because most of the classes I will try to do online. It's going to be hard, but we want to try to make it available online. Any questions about that, or anything I should add, or, you know, any thoughts about that? And if you could put, any questions into the chat if you want to, okay? If you have any questions, but you don't want to speak. So the first quarter, we start September when we start September the 7th. So it'll be the day after Labor Day is when we start our homeschooling program. Our first quarter will focus on establishing routines and self-discipline, and I'm going to go over the courses for the first quarter. Second quarter will focus on project-based learning. So once I teach the children how to learn, how to use reading, writing, arithmetic, all of it will be differentiated for that child's age. You know, I teach all grade levels, and I was able to do it last year. So it'll be differentiated. So you don't have to worry about it. If you have a 4th grader or a 6th grader or a 2nd grader or 3rd grader, I will be able to, you know, make the lessons so that they can comprehend. So we call in Monday Umoja Day, and on Monday is when we'll usually introduce a new unit or a new problem of the week, or a new thing that they'll be reading or focusing or studying on. On Kuji Chakalia Day, we'll expand vocabulary, research, discover, record more on topics. So that'll be, you know, focusing on writing. And on Monday, they'll be doing writing as well. So writing is going to be integrated into it. And then Ujima Day, Wednesday, how can you contribute to your family community? That will be community service days, apprenticeship, extracurricular activities. Each student should be engaged in a positive hobby or opportunity to serve their community. They will not be with me on Wednesdays. My days are Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, but I do want to help parents find opportunities for community service. So I will be available to help, or if you have any, you know, anything. So I'm thinking like for our middle schoolers, if possible, if they could volunteer at a small local Black business and help out or be trained in a certain skill. I will have a teacher assistant who will be helping me. And I'm really appreciative of that. So I already have an intern from one of my homeschooling students. On Thursday, Ujima Day, we'll work with others to develop and complete and prepare projects for their presentation. So on Friday, they'll have a presentation for the project for the week. Sometimes this may take a little bit longer, but each Friday they still should present some aspect of what they have accomplished towards whatever project we're working on. So here is a little bit of, excuse any typos, I will fix it. But here is a little bit of what the day will look like. And I'm going to go through this rather quickly, each class, so you will know what each class looks like, okay? So on Umoja Day, we're going to have the health science class and a freshman seminar. I'll get more clarity on those classes next week. I'm still waiting to hear back from Franklinton High School. That will be a virtual class for most students if they want to join in. It is probably middle school to high school, so that wouldn't be for all students. But when they come, our school day will start at 1 o'clock here at the House of Books. It will be, and we will start off with affirmations and our literacy hour of power. Then we'll do, on Monday, we'll do movement, meditation, and creative writing. And then every day we'll have the Black Math Genius course on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Then on Monday, on the first day of the week, we'll have healthy cooking classes, math and healthy cooking. So we'll integrate, how, measurements, fractions. There's so many ways you could teach science and math during cooking. And then I do tutoring sessions in the evening. On Tuesday, instead of the movement, meditation, and creative writing class, we'll have our invention education, which is a STEAM course that I'll go over a little bit later. Again, no school on Wednesday. Students will have homework, and then they should do some type of volunteer, any type of sports, extracurricular. And if parents need the full week, then just talk with me. It will cost more. So just have a conversation with me. Then on Thursday, we will have the yoga class. We'll have affirmations and literacy hour power. That is every day. We're doing reading every day. Then we'll do invention education again. And then from 3:30 to 6, we have our Children Shall Lead Them Productions, a rehearsal at Beatty Recreation Center. I will talk about that in a minute. Actually, the class will start at 4:30 to 6, but we will leave here so parents can either pick their kids up there or pick their kids up early if they don't want them to participate in the theater program. Okay. On Friday, we'll either do field trips based on how productive and well-behaved students were. And we'll of course do our reading, and we'll do field trips, and those might go a little bit later into the day. So we might be done at 5 o'clock on that day. But if we don't do field trips, we'll do STEAM project presentations and the Black Math Genius course, of course. Any questions about that? Let me admit Shanna, there she goes. Okay. Hi, Shanna. I know it'll take you a moment to get in. So let me go over the courses real quick with you all. And I will send this presentation out, okay? So again, the daily schedule is our Health is Wealth virtual course. That is middle school to high school level, but some of my advanced elementary school students can definitely participate because I make it, most of the students that I teach are already grade levels behind on the high school level. So I make it very, fun and engaging and use different ways of teaching and learning. And then twice a week, we'll have Violet Fire Youth Yoga. That will be a virtual class. The homeschooling day again starts at 1. All right. Mindful movement. This describes that course down here. Mindful movement is this course consists of an introduction to yoga, qigong, and intentional movements, meditation, breathing, and other mindfulness activities. I think just because of, the stress of life, that it's important that young people learn. I wish I would have learned this as a youngster. I didn't learn it until I was in my 20s. So students will be then encouraged to channel the energy from the movement into creative written expression, or artists, or they can draw as well. But really, I'm working on academic writing skills to help them with countering trauma, internal conflict, low self-esteem, and things of that nature. So that is the 1 to 2 and the 2 to 3 class on Monday. Daily, we'll have the Black Math Genius course. With the Black Math Genius course, we teach your child and family advanced mathematical concepts, the true origin of mathematics and programming for the future. And it says, did you know that the concept behind telling time, which is modular arithmetic, is the basis for cryptography? And cryptography is a high level of mathematics that can be taught to young students if they have a solid foundation. So we'll be making sure that they have a solid foundation, and some students they'll be exposed to a lot of the mathematical concepts. We're gonna reintroduce it to them so they can see it from their perspective. You know, because I am a high school teacher, and I still see students who can't multiply, who don't know basic skills. Then that's 3 to 4, from 5 to 6, we'll have practical math, healthy cooking, and conflict resolution course. This is a cooking and baking are full of important math and science skills. And in this engaging course, we incorporate learning into making healthy foods from scratch, from fractions to conversions, shapes, selling time, doubling a recipe, and more. These easy math ideas reinforced through cooking are great for all ages. And when there's still a love for math, students review measurements, division, multiplication, fractions, and so on. This is an extra fee because this goes into the after school programming. So your kid doesn't have to participate. Your child doesn't have to participate in this if you don't want, okay? I'll try to make it affordable. Now, on Kuumba, Thursday, starting September 14th, we will have our Children Shall Lead the Productions again. We'll be at Beatty Recreation Center from 4:30 to 6. We'll be leaving here around 3:30 so that we can be there at 4 to set up. Students are welcome if they're already here to come here, and parents, if that's convenient for you, can pick them up from there, or you can pick them up from here. You do need to register through Beatty Recreation Center or online through columbus.gov. Columbus, I can't remember the name of it, but I'll get you the information on how you register. Registration opens September 7th through September 21st, and this is only $30 for 6 weeks. This will just be an introduction. We're going to continue, and we're going to put on a big production. We'll put on a small production for the, it's going to take time, and we might have to add days to rehearsal. But we're starting off with just 1 day a week. And it's theater, art, education integrated with knowledge about health and wellness, fitness, and African culture and self-empowerment. It is literacy based. Okay. Any questions so far?
Nope, sounds good.
Okay. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we'll be doing invention education. And I just decided to do, last year I did my homeschooling classes a little bit different. This year, I'm going to just be doing these courses, and students can join them even virtually if needed, if the parents don't feel comfortable with them being, out and about. But so this class will be an introductory course to science, technology, engineering, math, and art. It'll be interdisciplinary, hands-on, explores diverse inventors and inventions of the past and present, and to encourage students' creativity and critical thinking skills. So we know we have a number of African-American inventors, African inventors, and we really need our students to explore that so they can know that science and technology, engineering, and math is of them, in them, and something that they can be very successful at. See something in the chat? Okay. I'm gonna move on to, okay, I'll get you the supply list. I didn't finish that yet, and we're almost done. So I'll get you the supply list. Hopefully I'll have that for you soon. I want to talk about prices. People are asking me about prices and things of that nature. So this is my price breakdown. You can also find this on my website. Registration fee is $25 for the individual education plan and $20 for testing. I have to test all students who will be homeschooling with me in math and reading and writing, so I can know where they are starting and how I can best assist them and how I can design their individual education plan. This is due by August 30th. If you can't have it by August 30th, just let me know. And that confirms your child's participation this year. $125 covers the basic cost of the 12 hours of classes per week. Other classes have a small fee for students to participate, so you can also pick and choose what you want to do, all right? I would like payment to be due a week before the service, or like that Friday, and more information will be coming about payments and the supply list. I'm going to be working on that next. I offer as well tutoring services for students. And what else did I do? Oh, and eventually I'll be doing a rites of passage program, but that probably won't be until after the winter, after we get through the first quarter. of school. If you pay me via cash, cover the cost of that, but I will also give you all my banking, my GOREE Learning Center banking account information, so you can pay it directly there, or I have to figure out another way to manage that. So I wanted to stop at this time. If everyone knows my credentials here, some of you do, but let me go ahead and just tell you a little bit about myself. All right, so I am a holistic educator, a youth activist, yoga instructor, entrepreneur, and I love teaching and learning. I started soon as I finished with Ohio State. I have a bachelor's in science and natural resources, and I joined Teach for America, which landed me in Atlanta, Georgia. And I worked for 3 years at one of the most challenging schools, but it taught me so much. All right, so it says here, I started my career at Teach for America, where I worked as a young, enthusiastic teacher to ensure that one day all children in this nation will receive an excellent education. I have worked for 30 years or more since I was 14. So now you can figure out how old I am. As a tutor, a teacher, a health coach, and a yoga instructor. Not a yoga instructor, but as a tutor and a teacher, I've been working. My aunt teaches, has a tutoring service. She had a tutoring service where she taught me pretty much everything I know about teaching and learning. And let me see what else. I always like to be on the leading edge of education. You know, I believe in holistic education. I've homeschooled my daughters and other children in the community. This is not my first time doing this. And you know, I'm the founder of Children Shall Lead Them Productions and Violet Fire Yoga. And yeah, I just wanted to let you all know what my background is, and if you have any questions. So that was my presentation, and I wanted to answer any questions you all may have. Shanna, you missed a little bit of it, but we start school September 7th, 1 p.m. Parents, now you'll be responsible for dropping children off and picking them up. If you need help with that, also let me know, because I know you all are working parents, and so we can work it out. I will have after school programming here at the house if you want to go extend it until 6 o'clock. You know, just let me know. And any questions, concerns, feedback. I will put my face back on.
I just want to know if I could schedule maybe a one-on-one with you.
Yes, you can. You want me to text you or call you so we can schedule that? I have time, you know, tomorrow or Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, you can text me.
Okay, I'll text you.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Shannon, you missed a little bit of it, but not too much. I went over the schedule. And I think you already know what we do. You want to give any feedback or you know, anything?
No, I like how you got everything set up. Of course, my situation is not, my phone upside down, is not exactly all the way figured out still, even at this point. So it's like, I like the way you have everything set up. I don't have any questions. I actually caught all the information that I need.
Okay.
So that was it.
All right. So let me know if I can help. If you need me to keep the babies, you know, just let me know. We'll figure it out. All right. Just holler at your girl. I know you are, you know, excellent entrepreneur. So you're doing your thing. And Yasmin, any questions you have? Any concerns?
I think I'm good. That actually helped me a whole lot. So you will be, you know, I still got to do my little form. So I'm gonna get that done.
Yes.
I promise.
Okay.
And then I guess we can just schedule for the testing. So
yes, testing will be next week. So
okay.
I want, you know, as soon as you make your payment, I'll call you to schedule it, and I'm going to be probably doing it individually with them online. So that's why I want to kind of know, you know, on Monday, because I want to get it done before school starts.
Okay.
Because I got to make the plans, and we got to send out the homeschooling notification forms by Friday next week. We should do that. So.
Okay, cool. I also wanted to say, hey, I didn't know I was going to know the other two parents in the group. So I think that's kind of cool too. So hey, Shane and Destiny. Oh.
And there's a few more parents, they didn't show up. So it's okay. We'll figure it out. I will try to, I'm just gonna send this to them because I'm not about to redo. I got to move on to get my house ready for children to come. So I appreciate everyone showing up. I told y'all I wasn't gonna keep y'all long. If you have any questions, text me, call me. And yeah, we're about to get it popping this year. It's gonna be excellent. It's gonna be fun. And they're gonna be engaged. Okay. And I'm gonna get y'all just a list. It won't be too much stuff. I have a lot of supplies here, but I think I want the Kamali Academy grammar books. I think I do want them to have that. So I'll let y'all know. I'm gonna get the list together and send that out. Okay.
Well, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you.
everyone. See you
Have a
soon.
good night,
Bye.
everyone.